The movie we are reviewing today is Lost in Orbit, Bloody Hell Some Cowboy. NASA astronauts just broken into the Tiangong station like it's a pub after lockout. The daft sod thinks he'll just waltz off with China's Shenzhou capsule. No worries. But when he slams into the pilot's seat, his face goes whiter than a Sydney Christmas. Every screen, every toggle, even the bloody emergency hatch relisol in Mandarin characters. No Google Translate up here, mate. He's proper stranded like a tourist who's lost his thongs at Bondi. Meanwhile, our girl Amy Think Kate Blanchett with a spacesuit is floating near Hubble with her off-sider Dave, a bloke who chews stress like it's Vegemite toast. They're rerouting coolant lines, cracking jokes about Houston's coffee tasting like dishwater. When bang! A storm of space junk nuts, bolts, even a frozen piss glob from some 80s Russian mission shreds. The telescope like a tinny in a cyclone. The shuttle's port wing explodes into Lego bits. Amy gets yeeted into the void, spinning like a dropped Foster's can. Asterisk first mission, first step up. Amy's sucking O2 like a bogan on a Derry breaker tanks, plummeting to 2%. Dave voice crackles through the static. Pick a star, any star. They use Sirius and the corpse of the ISS to triangulate her position. His jetpack splatters fuel lights been on since Tuesday, but he kangaroo hops toward her, dodging shrapnel moving at 17,000 miles per hour. We'll hitch a ride on the shuttle. He says, too late. The thing's in two pieces, floating like a wrecked ute in the outback. Inside, Commander Rodriguez is still strapped in, helmet cracked open like a bad Easter egg. Science detail turns out. Some vodka-fueled Russian missile test clipped a dead satellite, triggering the Kessler effect. Now there's a belt of junk circling Earth, thicker than flies at a BBQ. Every 90 minutes, another wave comes, round like clockwork. Dave checks his watch. Next pass in 12 minutes. Gotta move. Asterisk the Soyuz escape pod. Gone. Backup capsule. Parachute's already out, flapping like a Woolies bag in a cyclone. Dave's jetpack coughs its last gasp. They're coming in hot, crunch. The solar panels slice their tether. Amy's boot snags a comms cable. She grabs Dave's safety line. But physics doesn't give a rat's about heroics. The cable stretches, fibers popping one by one like a failing guitar string. Listen, Dave grunts. Shinjo's got Autodoc just hit the big red button. Well, the red one with Chinese writing. He unclips his harness. Tell my missus I spent a life insurance on a jet ski. And off he floats, saluting with a stubby holder clipped to his belt. Asterisk CO2 poisoning's got Amy seeing things. Dave's ghost fiddling with a space kettle. A kangaroo in an Eva suit. The fire alarm screeching like a cockatoo. She grabs the extinguisher, forgets Newton's third land, gets knocked off, over tit into a rack of soy sauce packets. Long story. Wakes up to flames licking at a do not touch panel labeled in Russian. Classic. She belly crawls to the Soyuz, but the parachute lines are tangled worse than Christmas lights. Time for a spacewalk with nothing but a Leatherman and sheer audacity. Asterisk outside. Earth's sunrise blinds her for a sec. Then WHAM. Debris punches through the station like a shotgun. Amy's sense spinning, saved only by a safety line hooked. 2. Is that a snapped-off toilet seat? Doesn't matter. She Swiss Army knives to shoot loose just as the station implodes behind her. No fuel. No comes, just a ham radio picking up some bloke in Darwin warbling waltzing Matilda near tears. Amy dreamers of Dave. Use the Landerisia Bortras. Ja Drongo. She hotwires the system by crossing wires labeled in probably fine. The engine sputters to life. Jongong's close now, but it's falling like a brick. Time for plan C. Point the fire extinguisher between her legs and pull the trigger. Sorry, Elon, she mutters, before becoming the first human to literally ride a CO2 cloud to salvation. The Shenzhou slams into a Queensland lake, sinking faster than a mining stock. Amy kicks open the hatch water, floods in, soaking the Made in China sticker. She wrestles free of the suit, breaches the surface, and gulps air sweeter than a Bundy rum at sunset. A kookaburra laughs. Somewhere, Dave's grinning, and as she collapses onto the mud, one thought cuts through. The exhaustion should have packed more Tim Tam.